Yes, it is, young man. Depends only if you like the broadcasts or not. How much foul language is our camera going to hear tonight? Yeah, language. None? What? No, that's not really what I was asking. That's right. There you go. You got it. And welcome inside the DC Everest Fieldhouse. Got a good Friday night boys basketball game coming up on Zaleski Sports. It's the number 2 versus the number 3 seed in the Wisconsin Valley Conference, DC Everest against SPASH. Well, good evening, everybody. I'm Chris Conley. In fact, you may be a little confused about who's number 2 and who's number 3. The second place team in the conference has been DC Everest forever, but they're on a 3-game losing streak, and SPASH has moved ahead of them in the standings. Stevens Point has won their last 4. Now, these teams met earlier in the year. It was the game right before Christmas break. I think SPASH didn't play that well that night. They kind of seemed like a sluggish team, and the Evergreens were winners down at their place, 76-59. But again, SPASH is playing better, and the Evergreens working through a little adversity. We're going to meet our starting lineups, give you the national anthem, and then we'll be underway. The shoot-around is going to wrap up about 4 minutes from now. We'll be back after a quick break on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
We're back at the Everest Fieldhouse. Teams will be wrapping up their shoot-around in just a moment. The Evergreens move back into second place with a win tonight over SPASH. Excuse me, and SPASH would solidify their spot in second place if they come home with a win. Now, the Evergreens played on Tuesday, a game that we saw here on Zaleski Sports. Mosinee, a really good, smaller school. And that game was shaped by foul trouble. Indians' big stud player is Davin Stoffel, and Stoffel spent a lot of time on the bench. He was in foul trouble early, got back into the game late, and made a difference down the stretch. 67-60, win for Mosinee. Evergreens, I thought, played better, but again, were kind of outplayed in the closing moments of that game. You know, sometimes when you're trying to dig out of this losing streak, and again, the Evergreens, they're facing some adversity right now. I mean, playing better is the first step, and then maybe the win comes after that. Senior night tonight at DC Everest. There'll be some events after the game. You know, a lot of coaches, the thinking is you want to keep things normal for game time, for halftime, do whatever special activities once the game is over. We're saluting our Everest class of 2023. That's Connor McFarland, Arlen Sangster, and Marcus Hall. Teams will line up across their respective foul lines, and we'll get our national anthem before we meet our starting lineups. DC Everest and SPASH to be underway momentarily as the crowd at the DC Everest Fieldhouse comes to its feet for the Star-Spangled Banner. Let's go down to court level. Nice job there as we're getting ready for tip-off. SPASH will wear their road black with the red numerals and trim. Evergreen's home white, green numbers and letters. I believe for senior night that the Evergreens are going to give a start tonight to Arlen Sangster. Basketball tonight is brought to you by our game day sponsors, Era Pancakes, Merrill Iron and Steel, and the Jamie Schley American Family Insurance Agency. Whitetail Properties says for the best in recreational or hunting properties in Wisconsin, call Brian Resch with Whitetail Properties. Share your goals. Brian can tell you where and how to make them happen. Call 715-213-4468 for Whitetail Properties. That's 715-213-4468. Here, the Everest seniors are in front of the crowd before the game begins. That's Arlen Sangster, Connor McFarlane, and Marcus Hall. Again, Hall comes in tonight. Wisconsin Valley Conference leading scorer, leadings in assists too. And he's top 3 in all the other categories. Rebounds, free throws. And Connor McFarlane in the middle, coach's kid. Saw some of Arlen Sangster's display out in the lobby. Of course, we've got football and basketball photographs and memories for Arlen. You know, Arlen was all regional playing football, and just watching him play defense, just visually, Arlen was probably the best defensive football player that I saw all season. So for sure, Arlen Sangster's got a football future as he moves on to college. And you know what? Arlen's had limited playing time, but when he's on the floor, Arlen looks like he's having a good time. Looks like he's enjoying time with his teammates and what comes his way. And Marcus Hall, I mean, there's no one who would like to see this losing streak come to an end and get the team back on track. You know, for the boys basketball team, there's still 3 weeks left in the season, so there are games left to be played, and you know, the story of this season is not really written yet. You'd like Marcus Hall to enjoy what's left of his senior year. As you've probably heard, he's a commit to UW Green Bay, and UW Green Bay's men's basketball program has struggled this year to the point that they'll have new leadership. They'll have new coaching staff when they come in next season. So as Marcus Hall gets ready to go off to college, there's a little bit of uncertainty there. I think we're just about done with presenting our three seniors, which means we're ready to move on to basketball. Brought to you tonight by Stone Innovations. It's the Winter Blitz sale at Stone Innovations. With the purchase of a new countertop, get a free installed stainless steel sink or 10% off the tile, backsplash, and labor. Discounts on flooring, too, at Stone Innovations with their Winter Blitz sale. Well, there's Connor McFarland being introduced to the crowd. There's Colin Ebersold, Jr. Arlen Sangster will indeed get the start tonight. There's Marcus Hall. And there's Cohen Preby. So normally, Casey Studeman, who's one of the starters for the Evergreens, Studeman will not be starting here. Our starters for SPASH, there's Jack Diekelman, Grant Chandana, who's the leading scorer on this team, Ariel Council Jr., Bennett Klish, and Noah Marshke completing the five for SPASH. SPASH also has a lot of underclassmen. And Jack Diekelman, they're going to give 2 free throws to, so that this gives Diekelman a scoring mark for his high school career. And now we're ready for basketball. You know what, boy, I'd like more of a clear explanation on how this game started. We start without a jump ball and with SPASH shooting 2. That's weird. Noah Marshke misses. Preby now over to Marcus Hall. So the Evergreens trail by 2 early. Yeah, that's not a regular start there. What's going on there? SPASH has a student section that's come over too. Fieldhouse has filled up between the JV and the varsity game tonight. Again, Sangster and Hall are on the floor. This is probably the biggest look the Evergreens can offer. Wow, Sangster just set the screen and then rotated down low. His teammate couldn't find him. It's tipped underneath and it's turned over. Evergreens will pick up half court, man-to-man. Yeah, in the first meeting, SPASH, just nothing went down from the outside. Here's a 3 ball, and that one goes down for Diekelman. Marcus Hall will bring it up to the Evergreens. Sangster sets the high screen. Hall to the wing. Ebersold was open, passed up the shot. Hall rotated down low. McFarland picked up his dribble and now goes back out to Hall. Here's Preby driving in the lane. Friendly roll. Cohen Preby. 2 minutes in, gets the Evergreens on the scoreboard. Step back 3 for Ariel Council Jr. Hangs on the rim and goes down. You know what? At the SPASH Fieldhouse, we joke how tight the rims are. Look how soft. Look the touch there. 8-2 SPASH. Evergreen's on the clear out. Ebersol double-teamed low blocks. Goes back out. Preby alone for a straight-on three. Good. Preby doesn't miss many of those. Entry pass down low. Size advantage, but a miss for Grant Chandana. Offensive rebound blocked by Hall from behind. It's going to stay with SPASH. We're brought to you by Nicolet Bank, personal banking at its best with locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Learn more online, nicoletbank.com. Looking to drive in, split defenders, a lot of contact and a miss for Ariel Council Jr. Rebound to McFarland, now Preby. Over to Ebersol, the three would tie us. Sangster sets the high screen and tries to roll down low. Again, I'd want to use Arlen's height here. He's got a size advantage. Splitting defenders to the rim. There's Preby again. Preby's got all 7 for the Evergreens in what's now a 1-point game. Turned over. You know what? Sometimes Ariel Council Jr., I mean, he's a senior, but sometimes doesn't show that poise that you'd like from your seniors. There it is. Overplayed, came in hot, a little bit wild, and got nothing. Marcus Hall, clear out. Almost lost the handle on that. Hall goes back out to reset. Points will give us our first lead change of the night. On this trip down the floor, Hall pops the three, looks good off his hands, off the front rim, no good. Council Jr. up high for the board, so a one-and-done trip. Pretty good look. Just didn't go down. SPASH has done more from the outside. That's the opposite of when these teams first met. 3-ball from the wing, good for Diekelman, who now has 8. Preby, step back 3, good! Preby's got 10 to lead all scorers. So the teams trade hits from behind the arc. Down low, loose ball, turned over to the Evergreens. Marcus Hall to McFarland. Hall gets it back. He's got Bennett Klisch on him. Senior on senior. Hall backs in, double teams, makes the extra pass, and a miss at the rim for Colin Ebersol. Hall was ready to dish out one of those assists, no finish. So that's twice the Evergreens have possessed the ball with a chance to take their first lead, and they've come up empty. 3-ball from the baseline, short. Ariel Council Jr. misses, Colin Ebersol gathers it in. Another chance for the Evergreens to get a lead here. Hall, Klisch on him, double team comes to him, got a jump ball. That'll stay with the Evergreens. Owen Sayol comes in, Arlen Sangster out. To Marcus Hall. Again, Klisch on him. Now the double team rotates to him. Hall bumped pretty hard and turns it over. Hall was trying to feed Ebersol all the way down the floor. He stepped on the end line. Turned over. Teams trade turnovers. Ariel Council Jr., his back foot was on the end line, and the Evergreens take it back. This is a 4th possession for the Evergreens, trailing by 1. Reach in, and a foul. Diekelman. Basketball is brought to you by Imperial Industries. When you join the team at Imperial Industries, you're joining a family, the leading manufacturer of welded tanks and silos, vacuum tanks and trucks. Apply today and take advantage of an extensive benefits package, competitive pay, and a family atmosphere at Imperial Industries. Hall, extra pass. Sometimes Marcus Hall is too unselfish. To the rim, scores. Like Hall had an easier drive to the basket on his first touch on that sequence and didn't take it. Evergreens with their first lead of the night. Fast-moving first half. We're 6 minutes in already. SPASH along the baseline. Back out, Ariel Council Jr. That one's no good. So he's cold right now. Preby gets the rebound, and he's fouled. That foul's on Grant Chandana, one of the leading scorers for SPASH, who's on 0 right now. Preby, who's had the hot hand, brings the ball up. McFarland back to Preby, guarding him closely. Got Council Jr. on him. Preby again. Hall sets the screen to the wing. Sayol open, round and out. Marcus Hall battled for that. It's off Marcus and goes over to SPASH. Evergreens will rotate in Cade Felch. They're freshmen. Connor McFarland, senior, goes out. Here's Ariel Council Jr. Marcus Hall's on him. Entry pass, double team, tough with the left hand and a friendly roll for Grant Chandana. Second lead change of the night. SPASH is back up by 1. Here's Marcus Hall. Sayol now. Looks for Preby on the rotation play and goes back out. Cade Felch, the freshman, gets his first touch. Rotating down low, in traffic, Ebersol double team, and they're calling it travel. I'm not sure I like that call. There was a bump when the second player came over on the double team, but traveling is the call. Evergreen's third turnover. SPASH by 1, and they get the ball back. Entry pass down low to Chandana, back out. 3-ball, no good for Jaron Seuss. Hall gets the rebound. Hall clear out, cut off. Defense has been pretty good on Marcus Hall. He's had trouble getting to the rim. Owen Sayol spins underneath, misses. Rebound, Arlen Sangster and a putback. Arlen did the hard work to get the board. The Evergreens have had very few second chances, and Arlen puts it in. 14-13. Entertaining first half so far. Entry pass down low. Arlen Sangster holds his ground, but he's going to be called for the foul and a chance for a three-point play. First foul on the Evergreens in this first half. Grant Chandana gets the basket and gets a free throw. And we're sponsored by Culligan Water. Get Culligan Water for $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. From Sterling Culligan Water, their website is CulliganH2O.com. CulliganH2O.com. 16-14 on the traditional three-point play. Here's Marcus Hall. Sangster sets a screen. Hall holds that back foot, no travel. Sayol. Hall gets it back, clear out, pulls up, and Hall is bumped. Non-shooting foul. Third team foul on SPASH. Noah Marshke is the offending party. Council Jr. comes out. Bennett Klisch back in, and he's on Hall right now. Clear out here for Preby. He's cut off. Extra pass. Felch with a runner through the lane, no good. Tapped out by Sangster, but over to SPASH. Noah Marshke. Entry pass over Arlen Sangster, no good. Chandana's shot was changed by Sangster's big presence there in the lane. Driving in, Sayol cut off in the lane, nowhere to go with it. Back out to Cade Felch. The Evergreens will reset. 8 minutes to go, super fast first half. Neither team's taken a timeout so far. Cross court, Felch, quick pop from the freshman, no good. Rebound goes to Diekelman. On the wing, offensive foul. You know what? Arlen sold it. Arlen's a big, sturdy kid. It takes a locomotive to knock him over, and Arlen Sangster looked like he was blown over by the air conditioning here. And Grant Chandana is called for the charge. And Chandana goes to the bench with 2 fouls. The SPASH bench having a somewhat animated conversation about that call. Here's Connor McFarland back in, ball handling. Council Jr. back in. And Arlen Sangster's going to get called for the screen here. So this is a makeup call. Something like that. Yeah, Arlen Sangster set the hard screen that the SPASH player just plowed into. And Arlen gets whistled. So bought one and gave one back. And Arlen Sangster goes over to the bench. We have not seen Casey Studeman tonight for the Evergreens. Studeman usually gets a lot of playing time, a sophomore. But we know for Tuesday's game, he wasn't feeling well. So we'll see if Studeman's even available for the Evergreens tonight. Clear out, extra pass down low, bump at the rim, doesn't matter. Noah Marshke has scored. SPASH opens up a little 4-point edge. Marcus Hall on the dribble. Preby. Sayol. Clear out. Sayol cut off, wants to make an extra pass. Sayol spins and misses at the rim. Tapped around into the corner, out of bounds. That should be Everest ball. And it will be on a hustle play in the corner. So the Evergreens are going to get another look at the rim. Here's Sayol. You know what? Sayol's picking up a lot of time that you would think would go to Studeman. So I'm wondering if we're going to see Casey Studeman at all tonight. Entry pass down low to Hall along the baseline, threw it out of bounds. Again, Marcus is a big kid, gets the ball in the paint there. Sometimes you wish instead of being in assist mode, he'd look to get to the rim. Evergreen show a little token full court pressure. Here's Council Jr. with Marcus Hall on him. Gets it back. Council Jr. baseline extra pass. SPASH straight on 3. Diekelman, no good. Loose ball. Evergreens can't squeeze it. This is going to be SPASH ball, I think. I think the Evergreens are getting a break here. SPASH bench reacting like they thought this ball should belong to them. Evergreens have been stuck on 14 for a while here. To the corner. Little bump, extra pass. Driving in McFarland to Ebersold at the rim, another miss. Evergreens have gotten nothing their last 4 trips down the floor. We're at 6 minutes to go until halftime. Can the Evergreens kind of weather this storm, keep themselves close? Baseline, good defense from Sayol. Cross-court pass, had the screen. Marshke was open, no pop. Back out, Bennett Klisch just threw it to the back court. It's off one of the Everest players, so this will stay with Stevens Point. SPASH inbounds. A lot of dribbling here, back out, 3 ball, and SPASH builds their lead, and we've got a foul too. Bennett Klisch hits the 3, and this foul is underneath. So SPASH is going to get the ball back after the 3. 21-14. Foul is on Owen Sale. You know, if SPASH scores here, the Evergreens are going to want a timeout, I think. SPASH right now at 7 on the biggest lead of the night. Trying to make it a 9-point lead, coming in too hot, and missing there is Ariel Council Jr. Hall rebound. SPASH does a good job getting back on defense, so no transition points. Driving in, Preby scores. Preby's got 12 in the first half and breaks that drought. Long possession here for SPASH. I don't know, when it goes to Ariel Council Jr., it suddenly becomes a short possession. I mean, he's always in go mode. Almost thrown out of bounds, saved by Noah Marshke. Hall on Council Jr. Entry pass here, height advantage for Bennett Klisch, who scores. Klisch in the paint. The Evergreens gave up a couple of inches, and it showed. Marcus Hall has only 2 in the first half. Entry pass to Hall, down low, double team, gives it right back, and barely getting the dunk to go is Colin Ebersol. It's an assist for Marcus Hall. Just barely had enough height to get over the rim. SPASH wants a timeout. Stevens Point has possession and a 5-point lead. We'll take a break here on Zaleski Sports.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Welcome back to the DC Everest Fieldhouse. We're brought to you by Auto Select, Schofield Avenue, Weston, with dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. A 3-year nationwide warranty, free roadside assistance. At Auto Select, you're good to go. Auto Select, Schofield Avenue, Weston. I'm Chris Conley. SPASH is led by as many as 7. The Evergreens have had a 1-point lead twice. Panthers by 5 now, and they get the ball out of the timeout. A game that for sure is going to be decided in the second half. Here's Council Jr. Baseline, 3, no good. Rebound to Connor McFarland. SPASH has not had a lot of second chance looks either. Back out, Sale, 3 ball, no good off the back bracket. Hall battles for the rebound, gets it back. He's bumped again, and it goes down anyway. Letting him play underneath. Marcus Hall could have easily found himself at the free throw line too. Hall staggered backwards, ball's loose, SPASH has it. Straight on 3, good for Bennett Klisch, who now has 8. SPASH has hit 5 from behind the arc. So that's a pretty good answer. 3 ball here for the Evergreens. Good. Connor McFarland. with his first make of the night. So the teams trade threes. And back to a 3-point lead for SPASH. Who's going to step up for the Evergreens in the second half, do something extraordinary, and try and snap this losing streak? It's one of the questions for the team here. Maybe a topic for the halftime chat. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Council Jr., wow, I thought he took an extra step. No call on that, and the three ball is good from Bennett Klisch, who's hit back-to-back threes. 6-point game. I didn't realize how much the Evergreens are missing the height of Studeman. And Casey Studeman, yeah, there he is. I see him on the bench, not in uniform. Over the top to Marcus Hall. He's fouled underneath, and he scores. I thought Hall was bumped harder the last time down the floor, but the Evergreens will take anything they get as they're trying to cut into a lead. Diekelman is called for the foul. It's his second. Neither team's in danger of going into the bonus as we come down the stretch in the first half. It's the Evergreens' first trip to the free throw line, and Marcus Hall strokes the cords. He'll have 7. Back to a 3-point game. Yeah, SPASH has done more from the outside. Entry pass down low, double team. SPASH goes back out. 1 minute left in the first half. Over the top, double team, high off the glass and in for Bennett Klisch. Klisch is heating up in the final moments of the first half for sure. Marcus Hall clears out. Baseline three. Is this another assist? No good. Ebersold misfires. I think SPASH is going to hold for a final shot. 5-point lead. See if the Evergreens can get a late stop here and limit the hole that they'll have to dig out of in the second half. We're down to 15 seconds. Just about go time. 10 and counting. High screen. This is a 2, I believe, and it's partially blocked. 3, 2, there's time on the clock. This will count if it goes for McFarland. No good. Could have made it a 2-point game at halftime. Instead, SPASH's lead is 5. 31-26 at intermission. Pretty good first half of basketball. We're brought to you by Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Go to mutualofwausau.com and find an agent near you. Elite Auto Care is where Schofield, Weston, and Wausau turn for local family-owned auto service you can trust. Major and minor repairs, foreign and domestic vehicles. Elite Auto Care on Schofield Avenue in Schofield. SPASH leads 31-26 at halftime. Coach on a couch for halftime here on Zaleski Sports.
Today's Coach on the Couch is sponsored by Fleet Farm. Get the lowest Black Friday pricing at Fleet Farm. Find deals on fleetfarm.com starting at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. Welcome to Coach on the Couch. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski, visiting today with DC Everest Evergreens boys basketball coach Oliver Drake. Coach, this is normally the time in the interview I ask how many years you've been the coach with the Evergreens and what keeps you coming back, but this is a little bit different. First-year coach, so congratulations. Welcome. Welcome to the Evergreens family. So tell us a little bit about your coaching background and then why DC Everest basketball.
Yeah, well, thanks for the welcome, and we're excited to partner with you. I've enjoyed watching your work from afar with the football program and some of our other sports. You guys do outstanding work, first and foremost, and we're excited to partner with you with our basketball season. But I was born in Wisconsin, born at Marshfield, Wisconsin, raised all my life in Neillsville, Wisconsin. My wife is from Cedarburg, Wisconsin, so a big why on why we're back in the state is family, and so we're excited to be back in the state of Wisconsin, closer to family. Number two is I've spent the last 19 years in collegiate basketball. I was a head coach the last 12 years at two different institutions in the Midwest, and there just comes a point in your time where we're raising kids, and we wanted to find the right fit to set down some deep roots. So when the DC Everest job opened, we were looking to make a move back to Wisconsin, and it just seemed like a really good place to combine both personal, family, and work. And so that's why Everest. It's been a great transition. We're really, really excited to be here and excited to get things rolling from a basketball standpoint.
Evergreens fans already know this about me. They hate it about me. I'm a 1993 graduate of Marshfield Senior High School. I always say Roll Tigers, but we're happy to have everybody in the mix now, and I think everybody's like you have enjoyed being part of what we do around here. So looking at last year's team, a good basketball team. It looks like you've been left in pretty good shape, handed the keys to a pretty nice car, as a matter of fact. Looking through last year's film and stats and stuff like that, what did you know about last year's boys basketball team?
Well, the cool thing now, versus when you and I were playing, is videos available. So, not only can you look at stats, but most importantly, you can see, what your eye test tells you in that video, and getting, really digging into their film from last year. And you're right, we've been left a good situation. Obviously, I think we have one of the best players in the entire state in Marcus Hall. His skill set is second to none in the entire state. His work ethic matches his skill set. We have another really good senior in Connor McFarland. And then a guy coming fresh off the football field having an outstanding year with a ton of upside is Arlen Sangster. So we have three really good seniors, coupled with a lot of good underclassmen. So we're excited about our group. Certainly we have a lot of work to do. We know that. But from last year, I'm not too concerned about last year. We're just really focused on the now and focused on anytime you're implementing a new system, there's a lot of teaching that needs to take place. And that's really what we're dialed into right now, is really teaching our system, getting our guys to understand not just what we want to do, but most importantly, why we want to do those things, and then how it'll look and what we'll get from it when we do all those things. So excited about our group. We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, visiting with first-year boys basketball coach Oliver Drake, DC Everest Evergreens. All right, so we talked about Marcus. He was fifth in the state in scoring last year. The team was 11-13 last year, a first-round playoff exit. So coming into this year, I know you mentioned the new system, but is it a matter of, Marcus, he's just going to, go out and do his thing. He's a joy to watch, averaging 30 points a game. Does it need to be more even than that, or should Marcus still, is he still going to lead the team in scoring, and you're going to have to incorporate some other stuff to be better, or one step better than 11-13?
Yeah, number one is Marcus going to continue to lead us in scoring. That's not going to be any secret here. And I think Marcus is willing to do whatever it takes to have team success. So I don't think he's too concerned about his points per game. Obviously, everybody knows he can score it in about every which way. I think the biggest thing is not a scoring issue with what we do. It's got to be a defense and a rebounding issue. And that's where we really got to get dialed in. We really got to be way more consistent and play with more urgency on the defense end and from a rebounding standpoint. So offense certainly was not an issue for them in the past. I don't see that being an issue for us in the present. But what we're really addressing is the things that take no talent. And it takes no talent to get in the stands. It takes no talent to move on airtime, to have hands and feet, to do all those tough things. But it's hard. And it takes no talent to get in the mixed rebound. It takes no talent to put a body on a body. But it's hard to consistently do those things. So we're really focused on the things that you control day in and day out. And so hopefully we can, and hopefully our fans will see some progress in those areas, because that's really what separates good teams from great teams and okay teams from bad teams, is that defense and rebounding.
Let's talk about the conference you compete in, the Wisconsin Valley Conference. For decades, maybe forever, but for decades, it has been a tough, grit, hard-nosed, dive on the floor, box out, hips, butt, the whole thing. What do you know, and how do you prepare your guys to play in that style of conference?
Yeah, I love to hear that. That's what's is going to be our DNA is going to be defense and rebounding. Watching some of the teams, from previous years, just kind of get a little handle on. I love the style of play. I just think it's a more blue collar, tough, hard nosed approach, like you said. And again, it's day after day teaching it, wrapping it, correcting it, reteaching it, and just continually emphasizing the things that take no talent. But that doesn't mean they're easy to do, and just continuous looking to get better each day at those tasks at hand. So it's a continual process. We got, like I said, a lot of work to do to get to where we want to get to. But this group has a big upside.
Let's talk about your senior.
Welcome back to the DC Everest Fieldhouse. Second half will be underway shortly. Pretty good boys basketball game tonight, SPASH and DC Everest. And you know what? There is a first half mystery that just hasn't really been explained to us. This game started out, instead of with a jump ball, with Jack Diekelman going to the foul line and shooting 2 free throws. I almost thought, how sometimes a player is just short of 1,000 points, like 1 point short, and then they're injured, and you let them score a basket before the game begins, and then the other team goes down and they put a basket and start the game at 2-2 instead of 0-0. I thought that's what that was, but that's not what that was. I mean, the game started with Diekelman shooting 2 free throws. So that's some kind of technical or administrative foul, and it's just not been explained to us. And then instead of a jump ball after Diekelman made both of his free throws, SPASH got to possess the ball, got to inbound, and started the game with a 4-0 lead. SPASH is led by as many as 7. I mean, again, what happened really before the game actually began, that doesn't write the story of this game. But SPASH started with a 4-0 advantage, and we really don't know why. You know who knows? I'm looking down at courtside. My fellow broadcaster, Scotty Krieger. He's doing the game on the radio for Stevens Point tonight. And Scotty is courtside. We're all the way up here in the catbird seat. Scotty knows. He knows everything. Let's take a look at our first half leading scorers. The Evergreens find themselves down by 5. Cohen Preby led them in the first half with 12. Marcus Hall 7. Connor McFarland 3. Colin Ebersol 2. And Arlen Sangster 2. Sangster's got 2 fouls, and I think Arlen's going to be a key player in the second half. Again, Casey Studeman, 6'4", so he's some height for the Evergreens, not available tonight. Everest turned the ball over 5 times. They made only 3 threes in the first half and are 1 for 1 from the foul line. SPASH is led by Bennett Klisch, 13 points. 5 for Grant Chandana, whose playing time has been limited. He has 2 fouls. Ariel Council Jr., who takes a huge number of shots, he has only 3 points. Noah Marshke has 2 points. And the aforementioned Jack Diekelman, who's part of the start of the game mystery, has 8. SPASH hit 6 threes in the first half, so they did more from the outside than the Evergreens did. SPASH 3 for 3 at the foul line, and they've turned the ball over only twice. And Stevens Point gets the ball to start the second half. Foundation Finances, now's your chance to work with a company that understands growth. Foundation Finance has grown every year since they started in 2012. Great full and part-time positions. Make the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group, and full-time benefits from day one. FoundationFinance.com. Council Jr., guarded by Marcus Hall. Hall's got only 1 foul. No, beg your pardon, no fouls on him. And almost turned over. Getting the ball back and scoring is Grant Chandana. So on the very first possession of the second half, it's back to the biggest lead of the night for SPASH. What the Evergreens can't afford is coming out cold. Got to be in regular mode here, and Arlen Sangster is indeed on the floor for Everest. So Sangster and Hall. Marcus Hall, clear out to the rim, scores. Marcus Hall gets himself up to 9 for the night. Hall just faster on that drive. So each team opens with points on their first possessions of the second half. Yeah, one of the key things in this game, will Chandana pick up his third? SPASH turns the ball over, or will Arlen Sangster? The Evergreens need his height. Will Sangster get a third foul early? McFarland scores for the Evergreens, 3-point game. Bounce pass down low. Chandana double teamed and goes back out. Council Jr. 3 ball. Good. Jack Diekelman. It's his third 3 of the night. He's got 11. McFarland to Ebersol, who is open for a 3 and does not pop. Wow, Sangster sets a screen up high and then rolls down low. He needs a teammate to find him. Sangster's done that a couple of times in the first half and hasn't gotten the ball. Marcus Hall back out. Priebe back to Hall. Bounce to Sangster down low. Arlen dribbles once, dribbles twice, gets to the rack and scores. Arlen Sangster, senior on senior night. 4-point game. Yeah, I think Arlen's got a role to play tonight. 3 ball, baseline, SPASH, no good. Marcus Hall gets the rebound off the Chandana miss. Can the Evergreens inch a little closer? Hall clear out, extra pass. Priebe misses at the rim. Tipped up and in for Marcus Hall. We've got a stoppage as the Everest player is going to get a chance to get back to his feet. Timeout on the floor. Now look at that. It's a 2-point game. SPASH led by 5 at halftime. The Evergreens have inched a little closer. Back after this break on Zaleski Sports.
In any business, you ride the line between numbers and people. It takes balance. CLA, CPAs, consultants, and wealth advisors will get you there.
Your Clifton Larson Allen office is in Wausau, Stevens Point, Marshfield, and CLAconnect.com.
Welcome back. All right, the Evergreens run a little 8-5 run to open the second half, but SPASH has the ball out of the timeout. Basketball tonight brought to you by Express Employment. Find your next career path with just a phone call to Express Employment professionals. They're in Stevens Point, Wausau, and Marshfield. No matter where you are in central Wisconsin, save yourself time and find your next employer. Go online, expresspros.com. expresspros.com. Evergreen switching off defensively. They've got Sangster on Council Jr. now. Entry pass, hook shot. Grant Chandana. Who is he, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Come on, he's got 9. Boy, the hook shot, underappreciated, just about disappearing from basketball. But it is part of the game of Grant Chandana there. So SPASH got points out of the timeout. Always makes coach happy. Baseline, Ebersol, he's open, and he misses off the front rim. And Diekelman fastest to the loose ball. Long 2, and it's good for Diekelman. So Diekelman effective at both ends of the floor. Secured the rebound. Evergreen's in go mode. Marcus Hall, baseline. Priebe, open. 3, good. Around and down for Priebe. So the Evergreens get a 3 to the SPASH 2, and it's a 3-point game. Entry pass down low on the overplay. Big bump, tipped up. Sangster battling for the rebound, tipped to the backcourt. This is out of bounds to the Evergreens. Physical underneath. Sayol comes in to spell Ebersold. 3 could tie it. Here's Priebe. and McFarland. Sayol is open, and they kind of dared him to shoot, and he didn't. Sangster down low, spins, he's fouled. Big Arlen's going to the free throw line. We are sponsored by Sutton Transport in Weston, a family-owned trucking company specializing in next-day LTL delivery and national volume LTL services. Rest assured, getting your freight to its destination safely and timely. Sutton Transport, fueled by 40 years of service with a personal touch. Noah Marschke has committed his second foul. And Arlen Sangster, who gets to the foul line almost never, has missed the first. Come on, Arlen, senior night. We want to brag on you a little bit here. Missed them both. Hall tried to battle for the rebound, but it's secured by Ariel Council Jr. Back out, 3-ball, round and out. Arlen Sangster almost tipped that up into his own rim. And Marcus Hall secures the miss. Again, a one-possession game. Clear out, Sayol reverses and scores. A 1-point game now, Owen Sayol. No time like now for his first points. Council Jr. Council Jr. gets it back. Got Marcus Hall up in the air. 2, good. Again, Ariel Council Jr. takes so many shots, you'd think he has more than 5 points. He does not. On a clear out, Preby is cut off. Goes back out to Marcus Hall. Preby again, extra pass to Arlen Sangster. He scores and he's fouled. Chance to tie the game. I told you, Big Arlen's got a role to play tonight. Jared Seuss is called for the foul. And let's see if Arlen Sangster can complete this 3-point play and tie us up. Come on, Arlen, we're going to will this one right through the cylinder. Yes. Tie game. Arlen Sangster will come out. Who's in for the Evergreens here? That's Sakari Jones coming in for the Evergreens. Got a shiny new one. Council to the rim scores, and SPASH takes the lead right back. Little too easy. Clear out. Extra pass. Here is Sayol to the rim, drives and scores. Fours are wild. 11 minutes to break this tie. Clear out here. Got a whistle. Oh, there was no contact there. And they're going to award 2 fouls. The Everest player was trying to step in and cause a charge. It looked to me like Chandana avoided contact, but is getting 2 free throws. Fouls on Connor McFarland. Chandana's got 1 more free throw. SPASH back up by 2. Evergreens have not led in the second half. Purple Mountain Solutions is your business's go-to for public and private warehousing and product delivery. Whatever it is you're shipping, depend on Purple Mountain Solutions. Get it there safely and efficiently. See if the Evergreens have an answer. Marcus Hall to Preby, drives, came in hot and scored anyway. Preby had a lot of momentum going to the rack there, but was soft on the touch. 46-46. It's our 3rd tie of the second half. Yeah, the Evergreens are not going away. SPASH open for a 3. Ariel Council Jr. It's good. He's now to 10, 7 of them coming in the second half. SPASH back up by 3. SPASH has had an answer every time the Evergreens have tied the game. Sayol thought about that baseline 3, goes back out to Preby. 10 minutes to go in this one. 3 ball, Sayol, good! So the Evergreens answer, and we're tied again. Yeah, right now, tell me how this one ends. You know, during this 3-game losing streak, 2 of the 3 games have come down the stretch. Just the Evergreens have fallen. Got a hold here on Everest. The foul is on Owen Sayol, his second. Team's second. Non-shooting. SPASH inbounds underneath. 3 ball here. No good. Boy, Ariel Council Jr., I mean, he just blows hot and cold. Hot before, open 3, no good. Chandana secures the rebound, 49-49. SPASH wants a timeout. They'll have the ball in this tie game when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
When the final horn sounds tonight, the winner of this game will be in second place in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. SPASH is a half game ahead of the Evergreens. The Evergreens have been in second the whole season till this losing streak. SPASH has won their last 4. Half-court man-to-man for the Evergreens. Entry pass down low to Noah Marshke. Jones on him, over and short. Zachary Jones secures the rebound too. So Jones is on the court in a big spot here. Clear out for Marcus Hall. Stumbled, bumped, out of bounds, and it's going to be SPASH ball. Marcus Hall thought he was tripped down low. No whistle. And I'm thinking that Arlen Sangster is going to be back in for the Evergreens soon enough. Evergreens need his size. And this is going to be a bump. Boy, the Evergreens wanted that call down at the other end of the court, and they did not get it. And Owen Sayol has just picked up his 3rd. Team's 3rd. So a long way to go before either side's in the bonus. 3 team fouls against Everest, 2 against SPASH. Should we have a tie-up, the arrow belongs to the Evergreens. Diekelman's into the front court. Council Jr. on the dribble. That should be an offensive foul. And it's not going to be. Boy, I thought Jones had position. The foul's going to be on Owen Sayol, who's just picked up his 4th. He's going to come out of the game. Connor McFarland will come back in. First free throw, good. Fleet Farm's Auto Service Center can help you get your car ready for winter. Get your tires rotated, battery tested, or buy wiper blades and have them installed. Everything you need in one stop at Fleet Farm. Ariel Council Jr. has made both of his free throws. Two-point game. This possession will bring us to the 8-minute mark. Cade Felch is now in for the Evergreens because of Sale's foul trouble. McFarland regained control. Preby extra pass. Baseline. Three. Good! The babyface killer, Cade Felch. Tough shot from the baseline. And look at that. The Evergreens on the three are up by one. Got a whistle here. A hold away from the ball. Connor McFarland called for his second. Team's fifth. SPASH having trouble getting this in. That's a 5-second violation. Goes over to the Evergreens. You know, it's right in front of the Stevens Point bench. I guess the timer in coach's head is a little bit different than the timer in the referee's head. You would think you'd take a timeout there. Marcus Hall brings it up for the Evergreens, leading by one. Hall to the baseline. Can Felch it again from the same spot? Yes, sir! Put an X right there. That's where Cade Felch wants the ball to be delivered. Back-to-back threes from the freshman, and the Evergreens are up by 4. It's the Evergreens' biggest lead of the night. Got a whistle away from the ball, and this is on the Evergreens. It's Everest's last foul to give. Connor McFarland picks up his third. The next foul sends SPASH into the bonus. Driving, jump ball. Jump ball on the tie-up, and it goes over to the Evergreens. Everest has momentum right now. And that was Cade Felch, the freshman, who got the tie-up there. So make a note what the Frosh is doing here. Back-to-back threes to give the Evergreens the lead, and then gets a block down here at the other end that gives the Evergreens the ball back. I don't know. I want Marcus Hall here. Marcus is setting a screen to the baseline. Hall sets a screen again. Extra pass. Jones scores. So the Evergreens are now on an 8-0 run. SPASH does not want a timeout here. So maybe it's the roll from the freshman Cade Felch that helps the Evergreens end this scoring drought. This is a travel? No. It's a foul on SPASH. Player control foul on Jack Diekelman, who's just picked up his third. Only the team's third foul. Boy, the Evergreens would love a good look at the basket and come away with points here. Oh my goodness. I would think that SPASH would want a timeout if the Evergreens score here. And it's an 8-0 Everest run right now. Felch, and they're guarding him closely now after he stuck his last two threes. Here's Preby. Back out to Felch. Yeah, Noah Marshke is right on him, right in his shirt. Marcus Hall backs in, spins back, back out. Three ball, Jones, open, missed everything. Rebound, and foul is on Everest. Loose ball foul. We're going to go down to the other end, 1-1 here. I think. Foul is on Ebersold. No, is that right? We're just saying out of bounds. Just a turnover. No foul there, okay? 57-51. Evergreens have kind of flipped the script here in the later stages of the second half. SPASH needs points. Driving in, basket. 2 free throws. Chandana is going to get to the foul line. We're brought to you by Stewart Optical. Check out Stewart Optical, Union Station, Walsall for your eye care and eyewear needs. Open 5 days a week with monthly specials and instant savings on contact lenses. Most insurance plans accepted. Schedule your exam now at Stewart Optical. McFarland picks up his 4th. And Chandana, who's an excellent free throw shooter, is now 4 for 4 from the line. Make it 5 for 5. So that stops the Everest run, makes it a 4-point game. Marcus Hall for the Evergreens. To Preby, hangs and scores. Preby's got 19 to lead the Evergreens. SPASH wants to reset. They're looking for Chandana inside. He's got a height advantage with Ebersold on him. Couldn't find the ball. 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Pass along the baseline. Runner and scoring is Diekelman. That's a nice assist. So the teams trade baskets. 4-point lead for Everest. To the baseline, Felch, who hit from before. That's off the foot of one of the SPASH players. It'll stay with Everest. Crystal Finishing Systems is a family-owned business hiring for their Weston and Mosinee locations. They have openings in manufacturing, fabrication, management, customer service, and more. Join the Crystal Finishing team. Learn more online at crystalfinishing.com. Boy, that ball rolled a long ways away. Evergreens inbound to Marcus Hall. Hall on his dribble, splits defenders. He's tangled up, and they're going to call him for a travel. Marcus can't believe it. That's twice now that Marcus thought he was tripped down low and gets nothing. That is only the Evergreens' first turnover since halftime. Comes at a moment where SPASH can make this a one-possession game if they come away with points. Got a whistle, got a foul on the Evergreens. 1-1 coming up. Colin Ebersold's first. Evergreens want a timeout. SPASH will shoot the 1-1 when we come back. You know, it's getting late, 4:26 left. The Evergreens are trying to make this 4-point lead stand up. Back after this break on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
We said we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
You know, when you're on a losing streak like the Evergreens are, this is going to feel like the longest 4 minutes and 26 seconds of all time. Just trying to close out a close game feels like it takes forever. And SPASH is playing so much better at this stage of the season than they were earlier in the year. The Evergreens took this timeout before a 1-1 for Grant Chandana, who's exactly the wrong person at the free throw line. 5 for 5 and is among the statistical leaders in free throws in the conference. We would be live on a miss, and it's a make. Of course it is. Got them both. 7 for 7 at the foul line tonight. 2-point game. Evergreens with this small lead and the ball. This is Preby, who's been a reliable hand all night. Marcus Hall's on the wing without the ball, now cuts down low. Felch, the freshman, hit back-to-back threes, gave the Evergreens their first lead of the second half. Evergreens patient here. Want a good look at the rim. Hall is on the wing. And SPASH will be in the bonus the rest of the way, and the Evergreens have a long way to go to get there. SPASH has only 3 fouls in the second half. Marcus Hall. Almost flashed a double team on him way up high. McFarland looked to dribble in, extra pass down low to Ebersold. The coach's kid McFarland feeds Ebersold down low. Evergreens took time off the clock and came away with points. That was a really good possession for Everest. Clear out here for Chandana. Pulls up. He's human after all. He missed there. Big rebound for Marcus Hall. Under 3 minutes to go. Can the Evergreens stretch this lead out just a little bit? Got a whistle, got a foul way up high. SPASH still's got a few to give. His foul's on Ariel Council Jr. His first, team's fourth. Very clean second half. SPASH has turned the ball over twice since halftime. The Evergreens only once. Marcus Hall clear out, and he's fouled. Common foul. Evergreens are going to inbound underneath. Grant Chandana, who had 2 fouls in the first half, has just picked up his third. Got a whistle here. One of the SPASH players looks like he got hit in the face. So Bennett Klisch. Again, Klisch has had kind of a weird night. 13 points, but all in the first half, and he needs to go over to the athletic trainer. Yeah, Klisch has got a bloody nose. We'll take this break to tell you that Heartland Farms says no one knows potatoes in Wisconsin quite like Heartland Farms. With roots in Amherst, now based in Hancock, they're a 5th-generation potato and vegetable farm producing many varieties of chipping potatoes and currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. Learn more about the best in the potato business. That's heartland.farm, heartland.farm. Evergreens will inbound underneath, trying to build a 4-point lead. Inbounded to Marcus Hall, who's going to back this out. Again, Marcus has not had a huge scoring night, but boy, senior leadership. Hall on the clear out, gets to the rim, passes off to the freshman. Reaching in, got a reach in foul. Boy, and that was going to be tied up. And that is SPASH's last common foul. Jaron Seuss is called for it. The Evergreens go to the free throw line now for the rest of the night. Boy, that was moments away from being a jump ball. I see that Bennett Klisch is now out of the trainer's area, so he can come back in on the next stoppage if they wish. Marcus Hall backs back out. Hall clear out again. Cut off. Still has his dribble and passes back out. Hall's directing traffic even when he doesn't have the ball. 2 minutes to go in this one. Yeah, again, Hall is directing his team here. Got a reach in, foul coming up. Connor McFarland's going to shoot a 1-and-1. Boy, SPASH got to the maximum really fast. Ariel Council Jr. commits the foul. And here comes some big free throws for Connor McFarland. He's got 5 points in a 4-point game. first. No good. So that's an empty trip down the floor. And Bennett Klisch gets the rebound. SPASH can wait for the shot they want. On a clear out, driving in and scoring is Ariel Council Jr. It's a 2-point game now. And SPASH is going to take a timeout. Ariel Council Jr. now has 14. Ag Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned cooperative with a wide array of custom financing and financial services. Loans and leases, crop insurance, tax and records, they have you covered. Ag Country, Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. I'm Chris Conley. 2-point game now. Evergreens are going to have the ball. .94 seconds left until this one's decided. Yeah, during this losing streak, let's see, the Evergreens fell in overtime to Wausau East, so that was a close game. Marshfield, better team, beat them. The Mosinee game tilted the wrong way down the stretch. Here is Preby into the front court for the Evergreens. To Marcus Hall. Hall's double teamed up high. He's trapped for a moment, gets it over to Preby. The Evergreens would love time, but more importantly, the Evergreens need to get points here. This is a whistle, and free throws are coming up. Preby. Bennett Klisch is called for the foul. Another big 1-and-1 coming up here. These will be Preby's first free throws of the night. It's good. No doubt about it either. That makes it a 3-point lead. This is the big one. To try and make it a 2-possession game and put the Evergreens back up by 4. And Preby misses. Loose, and it's a 1-possession game. 105 and counting. Boy, those points left at the free throw line just make it harder to secure the win. Council Jr. slid. He was going to travel and turns it over. Boy, Ariel Council Jr., sometimes not under control, was not there, and that's a huge turnover in a 3-point game. Evergreens have the ball back, and the Evergreens want a timeout. 46 seconds left, 3-point lead, and more importantly, the Evergreens have the ball. We'll be back after this break on Zaleski Sports.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 16 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can keep you rolling and growing. Sherrill Tire and Service Center, your locally owned farm tire specialist.
Sherrill Tire and Service, keep growing and rolling with us.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
So what are the Evergreens talking about in this timeout? I would imagine that there's a word or two about ball security. It's the turnover that can kill you in this spot, clinging to a 3-point lead. I mean, sure, you may be drawing up a play, yeah. But what you want to make sure is that you get the ball inbounds and make SPASH foul you. The Evergreens may still have to make another 1-and-1. They want to secure this victory, and they'll inbound in the corner. SPASH is going to contest this inbounds play. Evergreens by 3. Should the ball be tied up, the arrow points to the trees, not the Panthers. And the Evergreens do get it into Preby, who is fouled immediately. Just a couple of ticks come off the clock. Jack Diekelman has just committed his 4th foul. This is the last 1-and-1. The Evergreens go into the double bonus after this. Preby, 1 for 2 before he makes the first one. Huge. Preby's got 21 points. One out of 2. 4-point game, so the door is still open just a crack. Clock's moving. Again, SPASH needs 2 baskets down the stretch. Taking a lot of time off. Double teamed, blocked, and taken away by Connor McFarland. That may be the moment that secures the victory for the Evergreens. McFarland comes up with a defensive play. 4-point lead. Marcus Hall was fouled, double bonus. Marcus Hall's got 11, but a big leader on the floor tonight. Makes the free throw. So now the Evergreens have to like their position. Six-point lead. And SPASH throws it out of bounds. And down the stretch of this game, that may be the final mistake for Stevens Point tonight. Looks like the Evergreens are going to sweep both their games from the Panthers this year, and it looks like the Evergreens are going to move back into second place with a win tonight. Inbounded to Marcus Hall in traffic, he scores. Marcus Hall. Yeah, that's going to do it. Final 10 seconds, Evergreens losing streak ends tonight against Stevens Point. Good, entertaining game. Shot from the corner, no good. Loose, final horn. That's a make at the buzzer, and that'll do it. Grant Chandana scores 67-61, DC Everest. A win over SPASH, and the Evergreens move back into second place in the Valley Conference. Everest improves to 6-3 in league play and 13-6 overall. The best thing is that they can turn the page from a stretch of, difficult basketball. SPASH falls to 5-3, and they are now 9-9 overall. 67-61 Evergreens. Cohen Preby leads the team with 21 points. The big shots, though, came from the freshman Cade Felch, who hit back-to-back threes to give the Evergreens their lead in the second half. That's going to wrap up our play-by-play coverage tonight. We'll go down to courtside to celebrate the Everest victory. Post-game show is brought to you by Nasonville Dairy. The Nasonville Dairy post-game show powered by fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your curds at Nasonville Dairy, Marshfield, Curtis, or online, nasonvilledairy.com. Thank you for joining us for our Zaleski Sports play-by-play coverage. Repeating our final score, the Evergreens dig out of a 5-point deficit at halftime and beat SPASH by 6, 67-61. I'm Chris Conley. Good night, everybody.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa Refriera, Cinco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Letta, Casseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Got this. Hit him with a... Coach, how are you? Your kid looks great. Good to see you. Let me have Coach on one side. Can I have the three seniors on the other? He's got the socks on. Look at that. All right, losing streak over. The Evergreens sweep their season series from SPASH. They're 67-61 winners. It's senior night, Coach, but you know what? The underclassmen came up big tonight. Freebie had a big night, 21 points. And the freshman, Cade Felch. We should put an X over there from the same spot, back-to-back threes, which gave the Evergreens the first lead. I thought those were big moments.
Yeah, and how Cade got those shots was off a senior, Marcus Hall, empowering his teammates like he's done all year. And I can't say enough about the three guys to the right of us. You're right, the underclassmen stepped up, but it's the seniors that have been leading behind the scenes, especially when adversity hits. They've done a phenomenal job of staying the course and understanding the storm will come to an end, and tonight it came to an end in a great way.
You know, Coach, it's unusual to go through an entire basketball season without some adversity, and yet there's a lot of basketball left. You got a couple of weeks, there's a lot of games, so the story of this season's not written yet.
No, and we told our guys we're not going to write our story over an 8-day stretch. 8 days doesn't define us, and it won't define us, but our response will. And I thought our response tonight, led by these three seniors, was phenomenal. And I think we have not played our best basketball, and that's what we're striving to do. And we look forward to what the next month holds for us.
Well, back in the win column, so enjoy it tonight. Let's spend some time with our three seniors. Arlen Sangster, you look like you're having fun when you're out there.
Oh, yeah, I have a lot of fun when I'm out there, man. It's great to play.
And I see some of your pictures. I see your football pictures and your basketball pictures. You've been playing basketball for a long time, too.
Oh, yeah, about 6 years.
Yeah. So tell me about the other seniors this year who've kind of picked up the team.
Connor McFarland here, my boy Mikey. Yep. He's been a really great shooter this year, a really great leader. You know, he really keeps the freshmen in line. My boy Marcus Hall, he's a phenomenal leadership. He has phenomenal leadership. He's great with pretty much everyone. He talks a lot, very vocal. You know, he really keeps the team together in order. He's not the head, but kind of the head. He leads the team pretty much.
Arlen, thanks for coming over. Congratulations. Enjoy senior night. Is it a special challenge to be a coach's kid?
The shade.
I mean,
he's used to it.
Yeah, I mean, he's been coaching me since second grade. Maybe early on it was tough, but it's something you get used to.
Tell me about the senior leadership. These three guys are kind of weathered the storm because obviously the team is better than what they've shown the last couple of games.
I mean, yeah, we had a couple rough spots there for a couple games. It really just came down to we really just had to lock in. We had a film session, just players. We talked to the guys. We were just texting in the group chat how important these games were, and we identified this game this was a big one to get back. Senior night is gonna be a lot of energy. We knew this could build a lot of momentum. This was a big one to get back.
Right, a lot of your points came in the paint tonight, so you had to play a different role. Studeman not available tonight. Someone had to pick up the inside game.
Studeman rolled his ankle in practice. I mean, it's tough whenever a guy goes down, but we had guys step up. I mean, Xavier Edwards, we brought him up off JV yesterday. He practiced with us for the first time yesterday, came in and got his first bucket. I mean, and he played some big minutes for us there down the stretch. So, I mean, it's just next man up.
All right, let's spend a moment with Marcus Hall. I thought you kind of willed the team over the finish line. You didn't have a lot of points down the stretch, but you're directing traffic. You're making sure guys are spaced out right, and those were big moments in the game.
Yeah, and that's what I've tried to get a lot better at this year, especially with
a ton of attention I've been getting, especially just by the guy guarding me. Like tonight was a little bit of face guarding, and they're helping really hard on the backside. So whenever I get in the paint, I just always try and make the right read to teammates, just so I don't have to force anything. I don't have to pick up a lot of offensive fouls, which I did a lot last year. So it's always just trying to make the right play to help us win.
All three seniors, congratulations getting the win tonight, and enjoy your senior night celebration. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We're the seniors. All three of you together, you bet.
What should we say? What are we saying? What are we saying?
We're the seniors. We're in the house.
We're the seniors and we're in the house.
All right. We're the Everest seniors and we're in the house.
We're the Everest seniors.
All right.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
We're the Everest seniors and we're in the house.
Yeah!
Thanks a lot, guys.